Ms. Rosenworcel, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Our first segment is Understanding FCC Commissioner Jessica Rosenworcel. How did it feel to be nominated by President and unanimously confirmed by the U.S. Senate?
Oh, it was a tremendous honor. I think if you get the opportunity to serve, I think you should go for it.
Who were some of your role models and why?
I worked for many years for Senator J. Rockefeller, who was from West Virginia. And he was a great role model because he taught me to set goals and then fight to make them happen.
You have an extensive background for working in public and private sector communication law. Talk to us about the power of networking and being a professional.
It's important. A while ago, someone told me people won't remember what you said, but they'll remember how you said it. So being kind to people you meet in personal and professional settings, I think takes you a long way.
Over the years, you have taken on many leadership roles. What are 3 lessons you have learned along the way?
Wow. Well, there are many, but if I had to reduce it to 3, I'd say, first, work hard. Do your homework. There's no substitute for hard work. Second, be respectful of others. You should treat people the way that you want to be treated. And then third, you've got to keep at it. I think tenacity is part of being successful. That means just keep on working towards your goals.
If you could select one word that describes your work ethic, what would it be and why?
I think it would be tenacious. I don't give up easily. In fact, I may not give up at all. If I've got my mind on something, I'm going to keep on working until I make it happen.
In your opinion, why is it important for young adults to embrace their education?
Education is really important. It's how you make things happen. What you learn in the classroom and what you learn in school gives you the skills and the tools you'll need to go out and make a difference in this world. And I think it's possible for all of us to make a difference in this world. And having a good education is part of making that happen.
We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Oh, my.
This broadcast is brought to you by Elliot Hine TV on Ustream.
And Addition Knowledge Network.
I'm yours, Arkell.
And I'm your host, Sean.
And I'm your host, Cortez. Our show topic today is communication is the key to success.
Joining us on the guest on the show today is FCC Commissioner Jessica Rosenworcel.
Our first segment was Understanding FCC Commissioner Jessica Rosenworcel.
Our second segment is closing the digital divide. What is the digital divide and how can we close the gap?
Well, thank you for the question. The digital divide didn't exist when I was growing up, but today, I think if you want a fair shot at success, you need internet access. And the digital divide is about those people who have access and those people who don't. And there's a gap there, and we need to close it because having access to modern communications, I think, is the key to success.
How does not having access to the internet at home relate to student achievement in the classroom?
Well, I bet you all would know better about that than I do. But when I was growing up, all I needed for homework was paper and a pencil. Today, students have all sorts of homework that requires internet access at home. To do research, you need a computer to type up papers. And I think that kids who don't have that access at home have a hard time keeping up in school. That's a problem I call the homework gap. And I think we have to work as communities and as a nation to fix it.
Talk to us about the Lifeline program and the overall goal for its existence.
Yeah, the Lifeline program was a program that the Federal Communications Commission started back in 1985, which I can say with some confidence is before any of you were born. And in 1985, the idea was this: if you didn't have a telephone in your house, you weren't going to be able to follow up with employers, keep up with your friends and family, get a job, keep your health care, follow up with your kids at school. And so we set up a program to make sure every household could get basic phone service. But today, I think the equivalent now is broadband access. In other words, it's no longer about dial tone for voice service. We need to make sure every household has internet access because that's what you need to succeed in modern life. And the Lifeline program is a program that I work on at the FCC with my colleagues that's designed now to make sure everyone can get that access at a fair cost.
NEAT today reports 5 million households with school-age children do not have high-speed internet service at home. What can we suggest to the parents of those students who want a good education for their children?
I think it's really important to have internet access. I don't think you can do your homework today without it. So we should make sure that those parents know that they need to put a priority on getting that access at home. And if they can't get it or they can't afford it, they should help their students go to the library or anywhere else where there might be free Wi-Fi in order to make sure that they can do their schoolwork. And if you have friends who don't have internet access at home, and you do, you should offer your home as a place they can come over and do your schoolwork. I think that when we build community efforts like that, we are all stronger and better off.
How can the community help you close to the digital divide?
Yeah, I was just talking about that. Really, we all form community together if we all make sure that every student has access to the internet so they can do their homework. But you know, another thing we can do is we can start making maps of our community. And on those maps, make sure we identify everywhere where there's free Wi-Fi service. And if we can make those places into safe spaces for homework, we could build maps that every student could use, and even those kids who don't have service at home, we could help them get the online access they need to do their schoolwork.
We are going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. This broadcast has been brought to you by Alien TV on Ustream.
And the District Knowledge Network.
I'm your host, Cortez.
I'm your host, Arkell.
I'm your host, Sean.
Our show topic is communication is the key to success.
Joining us as a guest on the show is FCC Commissioner Jessica Rosenworcel.
Our first segment was Understanding FCC Commissioner Jessica Rosenworcel.
Our second segment is Closing the Digital Divide.
Our third segment is Making the Connection Through Broadband Access. How can we help you create steps for students gain access to the internet?
That's a great question. I think it's really important you go and make sure your parents know how important it is to have access to be successful in school. And I also think it would be cool if kids in school here decided to try mapping out where Wi-Fi is available in your community. It's probably available at the library, but there might be some other places where you can get it too. So kids who don't have access have some places to go to do their schoolwork.
Why is it important for people to continue the dialogue on bridging the homework gap?
Because the future of our community, our country, and the world is built on people who have digital skills, who know how to work with broadband and computing. And I think kids who can do their homework and develop those skills are going to be able to do really neat things after they graduate. So I think it's really important to keep that conversation going and make sure we get all kids access.
Do you have any final thoughts for the students at Elian?
Yeah, here's a thought. Instead of just being a digital consumer, someone who reads what's online or plays games online or researches online, I think you should develop the skills to become a digital creator and make things like this show, and post things online, and create. Because you have the opportunity now to take all your ideas and broadcast them to the world on the internet. And I think that's a really cool thing. So learn how to become a creator and not just a consumer.
Ms. Rosenworcel, thank you for being a guest on our show.
Thank you for having me.
This broadcast has been brought to you by by Elliott Hine TV on Ustream.
And the District Knowledge Network.
Have a great day.